Hello, world. Welcome, I am your host, Mr. Stag. Today we will be discussing the Ubiquiti Inc., ticker symbol UI. Ubiquiti Inc., formerly Ubiquiti Networks, Inc., is an American technology company founded in San Jose, California, in 2003. Now based in New York City, Ubiquiti manufactures and sells wireless data communication and wired products for enterprises and homes under multiple brand names. Robert J. Pera, born March 10, 1978, is the founder of Ubiquiti Networks, Inc., a global communications technology company. In October 2012, Pera also became the owner of a professional basketball team, the Memphis Grizzlies of the National Basketball Association. At the age of 36, Pera earned a spot on Forbes' list of the 10 youngest billionaires in the world. Both of his parents are also successful executives in the business world. His father is a business consultant who is also the chief executive officer of Armanino Foods, and his mother worked as a public relations executive. Pera established his first computer services company while attending high school. That company provided networking and database services to local businesses. Pera also played on his high school's basketball team until a heart condition, which has long since resolved, kept him home for a year. After high school, Pera attended the University of California, San Diego, where he graduated Phi Beta Kappa with a B.S. in electrical engineering and a B.A. in Japanese language. He stayed on at UC San Diego and completed his master's in electrical engineering with an emphasis on digital communications and circuit design. After graduation, Pera, who admired Steve Jobs, secured a job at Apple Inc., where he tested the company's Wi-Fi devices to ensure compliance with Federal Communications Commission standards for electromagnetic emissions. While working at Apple, Pera noticed that the power sources that Apple's Wi-Fi devices used to throw signals were far below FCC limits. Boosting their power, he reasoned, could increase their transmission range to over dozens of miles, which could facilitate Internet access in areas that telephone and cable companies do not reach. When his bosses at Apple ignored his idea, Pera decided to build his own low-cost, high-performance Wi-Fi module. For the next year, Pera spent his nights and weekends in his apartment testing prototypes. By early 2005 he was ready to start his own business and he left Apple. Pera founded Ubiquiti Networks in March 2005 using only $30,000 of personal savings and credit card debt. Ubiquiti's early products utilized existing Wi-Fi technology to wirelessly deliver the Internet to underserved areas, e.g., rural areas and emerging markets, lacking the infrastructure to access the Internet through traditional avenues such as phone lines and cable lines. Pera was well aware of the fact that there were people in rural areas of the country who could not get service, so one of the focuses of his company was to deliver wireless Internet, though his more long-range technology, to the areas which are largely underserved. He branched his network out through non-traditional methods to bring Internet to people who previously could not acquire the service, and this is one of the differences between his company and the others that has helped him to become so wildly successful. The company has since successfully branched out into other product lines such as wireless access points, security cameras and traditional networking equipment, e.g., switches and routers. Ubiquiti's first product line was its Super Range Mini PCI radio card series, which was followed by other wireless products. Ubiquiti Inc. develops networking technology for service providers, enterprises, and consumers. It develops technology platforms for high-capacity distributed Internet access, unified information technology, and consumer electronics for professional, home, and personal use. Its service provider product platforms offer carrier-class network infrastructure for fixed wireless broadband, wireless backhaul systems, and routing, and enterprise product platforms provide wireless LAN infrastructure, video surveillance products, switching and routing solutions, security gateways, and other WLAN products, as well as consumer products under the Ubiquiti Labs brand name. The company also provides technology platforms, such as AirMax, which include proprietary protocols that contain technologies for minimizing signal noise, EdgeMax, a software and system routing platform, AirFiber, a point-to-point radio system, and UFiber GPON, a plug-and-play fiber network technology to build high-speed fiber internet networks. In addition, it offers Unify Enterprise WLAN, an enterprise Wi-Fi system that allows for on-site and remote management through the cloud, Unify Protect, a video surveillance system, which provides statistical reporting and advanced analytics, Unify Switch that deliver performance, switching, and power of Ethernet support for enterprise networks, Unify Console, an enterprise-class router and security gateway device, and Unify Access, a door access system. Further, offers base stations, radios, backhaul equipment, and customer premise equipment, embedded radio products, antennas, and mounting brackets, cables, and power over Ethernet adapters. It serves customers through a network of approximately 100 distributors, online retailers, and direct to customers worldwide. The majority of their human capital resources consist of entrepreneurial and decentralized research and development personnel. They do not employ a traditional direct sales force, but instead drive brand awareness through online reviews and publications, their website, their distributors and the company's user community where customers can interface directly with their R&D, marketing, and table of contents support teams. On October 13, 2011, Ubiquiti had its initial public offering (IPO) at 7.04 million shares, at $15 per share, raising $30.5 million. On June 11, 2012, sources told ESPN.com that Michael Heisley had an agreement in principle to sell the Memphis Grizzlies to Robert Pera. The official sale of the Memphis Grizzlies to Pera was approved on October 25, 2012. The Grizzlies made the NBA playoffs in the 2 seasons before Pera purchased the team and made the playoffs during the first 5 seasons of his tenure as owner. In the first year of Pera's ownership, the Grizzlies won a club record 56 games and made its first ever appearance in the Western Conference Finals. The Grizzlies team won more playoff games during the first 2 years of Pera's tenure than it did during the team's 17 previous seasons in the NBA. In 2013, a security issue was discovered in the version of the U-Boot bootloader shipped on Ubiquiti's devices. It was possible to extract the plaintext configuration from the device without leaving a trace using Trivial File Transfer Protocol (TFTP) and an Ethernet cable, revealing information such as passwords. While this issue is fixed in current versions of Ubiquiti hardware, despite many requests and acknowledging that they are using this GPL-protected application, Ubiquiti refused to provide the source code for the new General Public License (GPL) licensed U-Boot. This made it impractical for Ubiquiti's customers to fix the issue. The GPL licensed code was released eventually. In March 2014, Ubiquiti agreed to pay $504,225 to the Office of Foreign Assets Control after it allegedly violated U.S. sanctions against Iran. In 2015, Ubiquiti revealed that it lost $46.7 million when its finance department was tricked into sending money to someone posing as an employee. In January 2021, a potential data breach of cloud accounts was reported, with customer credentials having potentially been exposed to an unauthorized third party. In March 2021, security blogger Brian Krebs reported that a whistleblower disclosed that Ubiquiti's January statement downplayed the extent of the data breach in an effort to protect the company's stock price. Furthermore, the whistleblower claimed that the company's response to the breach put the security of its customers at risk. Ubiquiti responded to Krebs's reporting in a blog post, stating that the attacker never claimed to have access to any customer information and unsuccessfully attempted to extort the company by threatening to release stolen source code and specific IT credentials. Ubiquiti further wrote that they believe that customer data was not the target of, or otherwise accessed in connection with, the incident. Internet traffic worldwide has grown rapidly in recent years, driven by an increase in the number of users, increasing mobility of those users and high-bandwidth applications, such as video, audio, cloud-based applications, online gaming and social networking. According to Cisco Annual Internet Report, Internet users as a percentage of global population will be 66%, an increase from 51% in 2018. Additionally, it is estimated that there will be 3.6 network devices per capita connected to IP networks in 2023, up from 2.4 network devices per capita in 2018. Wired networking solutions have traditionally been used to address increasing consumer and enterprise bandwidth needs. However, the high initial capital requirements and ongoing operating costs and long market lead times associated with building and installing infrastructure for wired networks has severely limited the widespread deployment of these networks in underserved and underpenetrated markets. Wireless networks have emerged as an attractive alternative for addressing the broadband access needs of underserved and underpenetrated markets in both emerging and developed countries. UI generates revenues from two segments: service provider technology and enterprises technology. Service provider technology will expect $623.2 million in fiscal 2021 and enterprise technology revenue will expect $1.3 billion in fiscal 2021, primarily due to product expansion and further adoption of Unify technology platform across all regions. Ubiquiti's cost of revenues is comprised primarily of the costs of procuring finished goods from contract manufacturers and certain key components that consign to their contract manufacturers. They currently operate warehouses located in the US and the Czech Republic. In addition, they outsource other logistics, warehousing and order fulfillment functions located in China and to a lesser extent in other countries. Ubiquiti's current stock price at the time of this video is $297.05 with a market cap of $18.55 billion. The stock is currently undervalued according to Simply Wall Street by 9.9% with a fair value price of $329.71. The company has a P/E ratio of 31.3. UI currently pays a 0.8% dividend and it has a payout ratio of 19%. Earnings per share of 9.48, a gross margin of 47.45%, a net profit margin of 31.44%, and a debt-to-equity ratio of 836.3%. The company's earnings growth has been stronger than the industry over the past year. Robert F. Pera owns 90.1% of Ubiquiti. With the world becoming even more connected, communications companies will continue to make a killing. Only time will tell if UI will not get overshadowed by other communication companies such as Facebook, Google and SpaceX with satellite internet. Tell us what you think about the future of Ubiquiti Inc. and the communications sector in the comment section below. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Mr. Stag logging off.